Hello dolls and orcs, this is Kianara and Jerry and welcome back to my channel and welcome to Colourful Bathrobe and Undies Day! Okay, maybe not quite, I'm joking, that's not why he's dressed like this. That's not the reason why he's dressed in his cute little, way too short, might I add, bathrobe and his pink camel undies. There's a reason for that, I will come back to that reason a little bit later on in this video. But first I wanted to talk to you a little bit about why I'm actually making this video. It is the first of which I hope more to come. I thought that this was the kind of video that you guys might actually be interested in seeing, might find informative, or fun to watch, or anything along those lines. I'm trying my best to make this really fun. And, yeah, well, as you guys might have already seen in the description or in the title, I am actually making a body review video for you. And since it is my first one, I thought, which doll should I choose to make the first ever body review video? And I thought, well, Yuri has this cute little bathrobe and undies set that I never really get to use, so 1 and 1 makes 2, makes perfect for body to make the first review video of. Wow, I'm fumbling over my words. I'm sorry. But yeah, and beside the fact that he has this cute little outfit, the body that he is on is probably one of my all-time favorite bodies. Might not be my all-time super favorite, because that's a different kind of body, but he is a very, very close second. And yeah, that's kind of the reason why I chose him to be my very, very first body review. So, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to talk to you about a few different things about the body. I will talk to you about the quality of the resin, the color, the smoothness, or everything that has to do anything with resin. I will, of course, show you his complete body. That's why he's dressed the way he is, so I can undress him a little bit easier than when I have to pull off his entire outfit and struggle with that for 10 minutes. Not the content I wanted to make for this video, but yeah, I will show you his entire body. I will show you all his joints, the way they move, what I think about it from top to bottom. I will cover pretty much everything. So let's just get started before this video becomes really, really long. I will undress him. I will take off his short little bathrobe. And I will tell you a little bit about the body and the resin. So he is on the Sleep Eidolon as the boy body. And this is their normal skin. And I got this body in April of 2013, I believe. So I've had this body for quite some time. And like I said, I absolutely adore this body. But the quality of the resin, let's talk about that. The quality of the resin is absolutely amazing. He is very, very smooth, very soft, but still very, very sturdy. Like I said, I've had him for quite some time, and he has literally no scratching on him. At least I can't find it. His body comes without seam lines or without any sanding lines, which I think is a really huge plus. I'm personally not really bothered with small seam lines, but scratches after removing seam lines is just a little bit of a pet peeve. But he has none of it. He has no seam lines, no scratching, no sanding marks, just absolutely nothing but cool, smooth, really beautiful, sturdy resin. So yeah, that's an absolute plus if you ask me. So I was going to start at the top of his body and work my way down. By the way, he's going to keep these undies on. I'm not going to pull them off. It's not that kind of video. So let me just bend his knees a little so I can show you his chest from up close. There we go. Let me put that necklace out of the way. This is his chest part and his belly. I'm going to show you him in every direction that I can. There we go. And let me show you his back real quick as well. It's just a normal standard back. Nothing really special. It's got a nice little definition of his crack right there. I'm sorry. So yeah, this is his top part. I'm just going to put the necklace aside for a little bit so I can show you a little bit better. What I absolutely love about this body is his belly. The reason why I will tell you is the fact that it's not a six-pack. There are quite a lot of companies out there that sell, might I add, beautiful bodies with beautiful sculpted abs. I do love myself a body with some abs. No denying about that. Absolutely not. But there are sometimes those characters that just don't get away with abs. And that's why these bodies are so very, very nice. And I think they're a little bit harder to find, I guess, because most of them have or either a little bit of a light definition of abs or like extremely, I spend 10 hours a day in the in the gym to get my abs the way they are kind of bodies. And that's why I think this one is absolutely adorable. It's not a chubby belly. It's just a nice little flat, maybe a little bit rounded belly at the bottom, with a cute little belly button. Not too muscly, not too chubby, just perfect in between kind of body. And his chest part is sculpted in a way to fit that cute little chubby belly perfectly. His chest is not too defined. There's a little bit of visible, how shall we call it, man boobage? Pectorials, let's just call them pectorials. So they are there, but they're not too overly sculpted or not too visible. He doesn't have any ribs showing, which is also very nice. That fits perfectly with the belly as well. Overall, it's just a nice, smooth, still reasonably skinny and not too chubby, but not muscly as well, kind of type of body. And he does have some movement. As you can see, he has a top joint. He has some movement in it as well. Let me show you that. I'm going to turn him around. And I'm going to put his arms a little bit to the side. Now let me show you what he can do moving backwards. And he has some movement going backwards like this, but not too much. It's just slightly. It's just enough to make it look like he is bending backwards, but not enough to make it look like he's actually breaking his back. He has got some more movement to the front. You can actually slouch pretty good because he has this little system in his back. Let me show you that system. Get that necklace out of the way. So he has this little notchy system in the back of his back. Just a few little of those ridges that will help him keep his slouch. Because if you put him like this and you can push it on his chest, he will keep that pose really, really well. And that goes for every single notch that is in there, which helps him, you know, go from just a slight slouch to like majorly slouching forward. And I think that's really nice. It really, really works well. And his, his shoulder joints, they are just your standard, normal shoulder joints. They work. They're nothing special. They're okay. They are perfectly fine. So let me then just go to his arms. His arms are just like the rest of his body. They aren't too over-sculpted. They aren't really muscly. They're just nice, round arms. And they fit very well with the rest of the aesthetic of the body. They do, however, have these little bumpies for elbows. Now, I know some people really don't think this is aesthetically pleasing, and I can understand why. But personally, I don't really have a problem with that. This is just a slight little bumpy, and I have seen dolls with really like big bumps like that, and that's something that I personally don't like either. But this is manageable. I think this is perfectly fine. So let's go to his hands. He's got these really normal, not too weirdly posed, just general relaxed kind of sculpted hands. His hands have a little bit of veining on them on the top, and they have the detail on the bottom in the fold lines as well, and in the fingers. His nails are pretty cute. They're just standard little nails, and yeah, these hands, they are just like I said, they're normally relaxed kind of type hands, so they fit with most poses really well. His elbows are actually really, really amazing. He has a wide range of motion in his hands, like they can go pretty much in every position, and they hold their poses really, really well. You can just put them in whatever way you want, and he will just keep his wrists and his hands standing like that without any problem. Now on the other hand, let me show you that real quick. He has got a little bit of a different, it's just slightly different imposing, but not too much. Still very natural looking, like naturally relaxed. And this elbow, this wrist is just the same. That's just great posing in the wrist. Now let me go back up the arm to that weird little bump there. He has a perfect little, I might just turn his hand a little like that. He poses really well in his elbow as well. You can keep he can keep pretty much all of the poses. He does sometimes have the need to be a little bit jumpy and do that, but if you take it slowly, he will just hold any pose you want him to hold without any problems. And that's just a single part of the joint. He actually has a double jointed elbow, and the double joint is a little bit, it needs a little bit of work, but not too much, because the elbow joint is pretty far up at the top of his arm. You actually need to, let me see if I can show you that. It's a little, you need to pull it out like that to make it work. And sometimes it shoots back. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes it shoots back. It's just you need to pull it out to make it work like that. But if you actually pull it out correctly, it will keep pretty much all poses. He has a pretty nice range of his face. He's like, oh my god, I'm half naked in this video, please help me. But like I said, he's got a pretty nice range in his arms in posing, and he will keep pretty much all posing pretty well. So I have nothing to complain about that at all. So now that we've had his top, we'll go to his bottom. I will show you, he doesn't have a hip joint. He's just, this part is like a solid piece until you get to the hips. And this is probably the only real problem that I have with this body. And that is that his hips sometimes turn like that. So this is what it's supposed to look like. Like that. And sometimes if you move it up and down real quick, like it will turn. That's just something that will happen. He has let me show if you can see it. There's this little ridge on top of the hip joint, and there's a little crevice on the inside as well where it fits in. It's supposed to keep the leg in place, but if you go too fast with the legs, it will pop out and it will turn. But if you take things slow, the chances of that happening are very small to none. You could also consider hot gluing the joint. I have done that in the past, but I have removed it because I like the way that he moves when he doesn't have the hot glue in it. He's very smooth, very flexible, and very poseable when he doesn't have it. And when you put a thin layer of hot glue in it, it becomes a little bit more tough to move it around and to pose. And I really enjoy this body being a little bit more floppy, I guess, in the way to make it move a little bit better. But yeah, that's just the only real thing that I think is a little bit annoying sometimes, but it's just turning it back and you'll be okay. He does have this top thigh joint. Let me see if I can show you what that looks like on the inside. It's this nice four-way joint that you can use to make him pose a little bit more naturally when he's sitting, which is very nice. It makes him pose so much better than without it. I really love that joint. Let me get his necklace and put it back. So yeah, his hip joints, apart from the sliding bit, they perfect. Nothing to say about that. And it doesn't, the turning does, when it is turned and not in the right position, it will prevent him from standing at all. It will make him fall over, because that means that he's out of balance and out of whack. So if you want to keep him in an upright position, check the leg if it's in the right position. Because if you have him in the right position, this stool will stand like a rock. That's really, I'm not lying. It's really sturdy when you have everything nicely lined up. So let me show you the rest of his legs. They are like the body, just normal, not overly sculpted, not at all muscly, but still nice and sleek legs. As you could see, they have the double jointed knee and they have the ankle. Let me show you his feet. They are absolutely cute. Oh my god, such cute feet. And he has such nice ankle joints. They are absolutely amazing. They are really sturdy. They are not floppy at all. They keep their pose really well, and it helps him so much in standing up straight. I could just pop him down on the ground anywhere and he will just keep standing like a rock. This is just so easy to just set him down, and because those ankles are as sturdy and they have a little bit of grip in between them, it helps so much with keeping him upright. Let me show you his knees, because we haven't shown you those. As you can see, he has a wide range of motion in his knees as well, and he has this extra little plate thingy that is just a little bit more aesthetically pleasing than not having it there. It especially helps when your doll is wearing like stuff like this, like here he is, like cute little shorts, that you don't have like this gaping knee thing when he's bent his knees. Of course, if you do like this, it will give you a hole, but overall in normal bending positions, you won't even see that gap, and it's a smooth transition. And those knees are really, really sturdy as well. They are not like wiggly or wobbly at all. It doesn't even prevent him from standing up. It's a really well thought out knee joint. And let me show you what I love about this body as well. It's just so easy to just take out of the closet, bend his legs and just put them on your lap or something. And what I do is I take these legs and I bend them like this and hoppatay. That's just so easy to put him down like this. That's why I love this body so much. He is just so easy to move, but he is still so amazingly sturdy. Even though he is this easy. It's just an amazing body in my opinion. So let me put him on his bum for a moment, get his half naked body out of the way. Because this actually concludes the review. I hope you guys all enjoyed watching this me review his body. If you guys would like to see more of these kinds of videos of me reviewing bodies, then please leave a comment in the description box below letting me know that you would like to see more, because then I will do my very best to make more of these videos for you all. So I will also, by the way, pop a link in the description. And that link will lead you to a sleep Eidolon, where you can find more info about them. By the way, they do have some amazingly cute sculpts as well, so be sure to check that out as well. So I guess that concludes this video for today. I hope you all enjoyed watching it. You know, if you like this video, if you like what I'm doing, then please like, subscribe, comment, click on the notification bell. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a very lovely day today, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye-bye!